The question hanging over Chavez Ravine this winter is not merely who the Dodgers will sign, but whether the pursuit of pure, undeniable offensive excellence, even when tinged with defensive risk, is the essential key to unlocking a historic third straight World Series title, or if they are chasing a ghost that could destabilize an already aging infield core. Are the Dodgers, a team seemingly immune to baseball limitations, about to pull off the most audacious and perhaps necessary trade for a generational talent whose primary flaw mirrors the defensive instability they struggled with just last season? Welcome back to 605 News 1, where we refuse to accept generic analysis and instead dive headfirst into the luxurious, high-stakes decisions facing the richest franchise in baseball, specifically the emerging saga surrounding Bo Bichette and Cal Tucker. The initial report from John Heyman confirming contact between the Dodgers and the newly available infielder Bichette sent shockwaves through the league. This is not a role player. This is a pure superstar. At just 27, Bichette is already a two-time MLB hits leader, a man who posted 191 hits in 2021 and 189 the following year, coupled with the kind of power that saw him eclipse 29 home runs and 100 RBIs. This level of offensive consistency, often maintaining an OPS well above .800, is something you simply cannot teach. As one senior executive, whom we'll call Expert Alpha, put it, "Forget the cost. If the Dodgers are serious about a three-peat, they need an injection of proven young dominance. Bichette is the right-handed complement to Freddie Freeman. He is, offensively, a right-handed Freeman in the making. His ability to hit for average and power is exactly what you want when Mookie Betts starts hitting that age-related decline curve." Yet the pursuit is instantly complicated by Cal Tucker, the versatile hitter from the Cubs, who also drew intense interest. For some observers, Tucker represents the sensible, surgical fix. "Look, Bichette is amazing, but he's a luxury item," argued Expert Beta, a known salary cap hawk. "You have Muncy getting older, Betts struggling defensively at short, and Edman battling injuries. Tucker gives you flexibility. He can play second, third, or even corner outfield, and he doesn't cost you $140 million over 5 years. He's the smart, versatile acquisition that allows Tommy Edman to focus purely on center field, thereby shoring up the defense immediately. Why pursue the defensive liability when you already need stability?" This is the crucial counterargument we must address head-on. Many critics point directly to Bichette's career defensive runs saved, which sits at a substantial negative, a deeply alarming statistic for a shortstop. They say signing him is akin to trading one defensive problem for another. But this line of thinking misses the entire strategic vision of the Dodgers front office. The Bichette pursuit is not about defense, it is about maximum offensive weaponization, and crucially, about fixing the Mookie Betts problem. Last season, we saw Betts' undeniable decline in performance due to the taxing physical and mental demands of fixing the shortstop position. Expert Gamma, a tactical analyst, synthesized the genius of the move perfectly. The moment you acquire Bichette, you create positional pressure that forces Betts back to the outfield, which is where he truly belongs. You take the defensive burden off Mookie, and suddenly his OPS, which dipped slightly under the pressure, returns to MVP levels. Bichette might have a career DRS of -45, but move him to second base, and that number becomes manageable. More importantly, you replace an aging asset with a 27-year-old machine. The move is not about Bichette playing short. The move is about creating a super utility infield where Muncy, Bichette, and the remaining utility players can rotate, keeping everyone fresh for October. The desperate need for youth cannot be overstated. With Justin Turner gone, Max Muncy approaching 36, and Betts in his mid-30s, the team is starved for that young, proven centerpiece that doesn't carry the chronic injury warnings associated with Edman. This brings us to the dramatic climax and the unavoidable reality. If the Dodgers are going to spend big money, they must choose Bichette. While Tucker offers flexibility, Bichette offers longevity and a bat that guarantees a top 3 spot in the lineup for the next decade.
The whispers suggest that the 5-year, $140 million contract projection is precisely the kind of commitment the Dodgers are prepared to make if they view him as the long-term, high-average right-handed hitter they need.
The plot twist here is the realization that this signing would effectively cement the trade bait status of one of their current 40-man players, potentially even a mid-tier asset like Kim, to clear space and salary flexibility. It transforms the roster from one merely seeking to replace a departing player to one asserting absolute dominance. This is a cold, calculated move. Acquiring Bichette is a statement that the Dodgers are prioritizing a run rate of 6+ per game, trusting their pitching depth to manage any slight defensive hit. The verdict is overwhelmingly clear. Bichette is the priority. The risk of his defense is completely outweighed by the offensive necessity, the age factor, and the invaluable byproduct of restoring Mookie Betts to his optimal role. Bichette is the missing piece of the infield puzzle, not because he is a defensive wizard, but because he is a guaranteed hit machine whose presence allows the rest of the aging core to breathe and focus on what they do best. The thought of a lineup featuring Betts, Freeman, and Bichette hitting back-to-back-to-back, all with career OPS figures hovering near or above 1,000. 850 is simply terrifying for the rest of the league. And the Dodgers, if they are truly serious about forging an unprecedented dynasty, will spare no expense to make that a reality. What is your take on this aggressive pursuit? Do the Dodgers need the offensive firepower of Bichette or the defensive security of Tucker? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into the high-stakes world of MLB free agency, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe to 605 News 1 for more expert commentary on the biggest stories in sports.